Peace, peace,
Peace,
peace,
peace.
peace, peace. We
Yeah.
found cars. We found cars.
Uh, back
Cars,
in
what's
the
up, brother? How
building.
you
Back in
doing,
the
man?
building. I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain. Can't
Uh,
complain.
I saw some milk cartons. I saw some milk cartons with your face on them and stuff like that. So I just want to
Oh,
reach out, make
word?
sure you was okay.
No, I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate
Nah, no
it.
doubt. How's the family? I saw you, chilling, living the grandparent life. That's
yeah, man.
dope. That's dope.
Yeah, Sunday was my granddaughter's birthday. She turned 3 years old, so we went to
Mm,
IHOP and
three.
we had dinner and everything like that. So now she's in Disney World with her grandmother. So
Nice, nice, nice. Yo, family is so important. It's priority, man. Family over everything. Yo, for real, for real, for real.
no, I can dig it. That's why we got to stay connected with family in some type of way. Some family is more difficult to deal with than others, but we got to find that through line. You know what I mean? Where we can deal with
Mm,
family and
mm,
embrace.
mm. It's interesting you say that, cause right, cause sometimes I'm gonna use family in particular because it's
Right,
really where it relates the most at though. But what family, sometimes sometimes we put ourselves in a predicament. We be like, I don't like I can't be around what they doing, or I don't want to be around what they doing.
right,
So, but a lot of times we gotta be more mindful of bringing people to what we doing and what we got going on. Like we don't want to
right,
be a trigger, so to speak, for other people, or demise for other people. It's like rather than being careful, rather than being careful for the company you bring in, like vice
right.
versa, like turn it around too.
Big,
You don't want to put somebody in a compromising
right.
predicament, so to speak. We got to be mindful and not be selfish. You know what I mean? And that
Right. You
only
said I
came
think
out
you said
because
the key
you
word.
just mentioned it, and I had this thought. I was thinking about that a couple days ago, and I can't remember what happened that made me interpret this information. But it was that we got to be
Okay.
mindful of to not be a bad influence on others, rather than
Mm,
us looking at people as bad influences. It's possible that we could
yes.
be the bad influence without realizing that we're a bad influence.
Right.
'Cause we don't know what.
Right. It's key that you said that because even when we're doing something positive, we can still be like a certain influence to people, right? Like we were talking about plants and relationships earlier, and sometimes you can water a plant too much, right? And you can kill the plant, but you're not
Mm,
trying to kill it. So sometimes you can be too positive sometimes and
mhm,
kind of have, a negative effect on a person. You know what I mean?
mm. I feel
Salute.
that. I feel that 100%.
Not going on TV. Salute. They coming in the
Smitty
building.
Rock, what up, Smitty? Yeah, we found cars, Smitty. I found cars, Smitty. But
Right.
nah,
So,
it's true. It's true
and
because you definitely could just overtake. How could you say it? Like taking care of something too much, you definitely could ruin it. Even like
right.
I'll use TAC as a good example. That's a plant. You know what I mean? You
Yes.
trying your best to take care of it. You trying your best to take care of it. You might be doing a disservice to it at some point if you're exceeding what it needs.
Right. And
But
like
go
you said,
ahead,
we're not
elaborate some
looking at
more.
it that way.
Elaborate some more on watering the plants because that was a deep statement that you put out on your post.
Right, right. And we're not looking at it like that, but sometimes we can water the plants too much. Or, like they were saying, like plants is like relationships in a sense, right? Some plants need a lot of attention, and then some plants you can show too much attention. You understand what I mean? So a lot of times we might water the plants too much, or we might be too clingy to a person, and we think it's positive, but they might not need all that attention. So we might be
Mm.
doing them a disservice, and you know what I mean. So yeah, I felt that was interesting.
But it's a gray area because how where does the choice of it becoming too much at? Is it from the plant itself or is it from you watering the plant? Like where's
Well,
what's the if you understand what I'm trying to say, you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
yes,
Where,
yes,
where, where
most
where's the
definitely.
fault at on whose fault is it? The plant or the water you putting in the plant.
Well, a lot of times it could be our fault. A lot of times it's our fault in how we communicate with that thing. Just like we communicate with people, we got to have that clear communication and that open, honest communication. So sometimes the plant will tell us, right? Because the plant might get some brown spots if we're neglecting it. It might start breaking off. So it's communicating with us, but a lot of times we're not really focusing on it, right? Oh, I'll water it tomorrow. No big deal. Sometimes we're in a relationship. Oh, I'll hug her tomorrow. I'll kiss her tomorrow. I'll kiss him tomorrow. So it's all about that communication. That's why
Mm,
communication is important in every relationship, even with our pet. I got a cat, and sometimes I don't feel like cleaning out I don't feel like cleaning out his pen, but I have to do it because he'll let me know. He's come next to me and he start making that sound, and that's communication. But if I don't get up and clean it, then I'm kind of neglecting him. I don't get up and
mm.
feed him. When I go in the kitchen, he'll come up to me and start crying. I know he needs water. So
Some
it's up to
attention,
me.
right?
It's up to
Some.
me to say, okay, let me pour him some water. I'm gonna neglect him, but you know what I mean. So it's communication. It's how we communicate with things.
And they communicate too as well, but it's like communication. I guess got to be there. It's a major fact. It's a major factor in it. I definitely got to agree.
Right. And how we pay attention, because sometimes we're not paying attention, or sometimes we don't know what to look for. So
Mm,
I feel like anything we get into, we should educate ourselves. Like when I
mm.
got a cat, I brought a bunch of cat books and cat magazines that I seen, like Five Below, wherever I was at, and I seen something. I said, you know what? Let me read up on cats and kind of get a little bit educated on pets a little bit. So
Mm. I get it. It makes sense, but you gotta like. It's funny you say that because it's like not how could I say like overlooking it rather like not seeing it, not recognizing it. It's
right,
there's for me is that's lack of re- being irresponsible. It's like why you not paying attention to these things? Like we're paying attention to things that don't matter instead of paying attention to the things that do matter.
right, absolutely, absolutely. What happened?
Oh my god, these people, it's crazy. Oh
What did
shit!
they say? I can't see the chat. What happened? What they
Somebody
say?
somebody said they calling ice on me.
Oh, tell them to call, man. Tell them to call.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god,
seen
that was.
something. I seen something online where ICE had ran up on this dude. I think he was coming from work, and he was crying, talking about, yo, his wife is pregnant. He was crying and everything. I was like, oh man, I know that has to feel crazy.
So they moving a little more out there in New York. They're moving aggressively.
Yeah, super. They just raided like three buildings in my area. They just raided them, like, so you don't really see the scooters like you used to. The scooters and you don't even hear them too tough like you used to. So because I think
Mm.
that like one day Trump was at it, they arrested like 10,000 people. Man, that's crazy.
Ooh,
Like,
that's a really high number, yo. I know. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think we had that conversation not too long ago, and I
right.
mentioned that there wasn't that I didn't see that going on out here. But then a couple of days after that we spoke about it, it actually came up where it was around in the area where they were
Mhm.
snatching up people. So I was like, "Oh, smacks! We was just talking about this a couple of days ago." Like,
Right.
but
And
when
you know
that
what's
had happened,
crazy? It's always something to me behind the government and what they're doing, right? Because a lot of people did come over here legally, but what made it illegal is that they stayed past their visa stay. They just
mm,
didn't go back. Some people just didn't go back. So that's what made them illegal. And I think a lot of those people are getting arrested too. You know what I mean?
it's possible. It's different. Times are changing, yo. Trump is on a move. He's on a roll, and he ain't wasting no time. He ain't wasting no time doing what he thinks is right. I don't know
Right.
about it's like There's kids that practically lived here their whole life. They probably were born over here. If the kids were born over here, but their parents came illegally, do the kids have to go too?
Yeah, that's what Trump said. Trump said that, because some people was actually complaining about that, and they were saying, "Yo, that's foul." But Trump was like, "What do you want me to do? These kids should be with their parents." So he's like, they go with their
That's a good
parents.
point.
I'm like,
That's a good
wow.
point.
So
That
he's
is.
basically like, "Yo, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't." Like, what
Mm,
should I separate the kids from their parents, or should So they got to go with their parents. I'm like, wow.
mm.
So,
You
like you
know
said,
what was
people
wild
think,
is that
yeah,
the parents will probably rather their kids stay out here
wow, that's crazy. Yeah,
because of they know what's it ain't the land of the free over there, the home of the brave. Like there's more opportunity over here. Like I don't know, it might it
no,
might be
not. I
even,
mean,
but I think that there's some immigrants would rather their kids be able to stay out here than to go with them back over where they came from. Like yo,
right? No,
what
one
about the Did
person.
you hear about him putting having criminals go in these countries, in foreign countries, like
Yeah,
the jails, like making jails like in another place? Yo, that's kind of wild. What you think about that?
no, I mean that's crazy because he was like, "Yo, they're not gonna sit up on Rikers Island. Rikers Island is like a day camp to them compared to if you look at some of the jails and how it's set up in their country. Rikers Island is like a day camp to them. So he's
Mm,
like, instead of our citizens paying tax dollars, he's gonna send them to these like concentration camps. And I remember when people were speaking about the concentration camps, I was like, wow. But now I'm starting to see like it was like some truth to that. Because I don't know if you
mm.
remember years ago, people was talking about concentration camps and they're gonna be sending people there. And they were
What is
saying
that
that
though? I don't recall hearing concentrate camp. You said.
yeah, concentration camps. Bobby Hemmett, Phil Valentine, these guys were speaking about it. So a lot of people probably thought it was like conspiracy theories, but we're kind of seeing it's coming to light. It's coming to
Mm.
light. You know what I mean?
So you think it's gonna happen like soon too?
Well, no,
Like in the next.
Trump is already doing it. Like the immigrants that came over here illegally that's getting arrested, they're not going to Rikers Island. They're
Nah,
going
they're
to
going right on the plane, right? They're going right on the plane.
going right on the plane or to these concentration camps. I guess it depends on the situation, I guess. But yeah, they're sending them to these concentration camps. They're not going to Rikers Island or Central Bookings or that's like they're like, nah, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? And a lot of these people that they're arresting, they have like criminal records back in their country that's crazy.
Mm.
Gun
Or
runners.
like most of them, or not all of them though, right? Just like most of
No, no,
them.
not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them came over here, like I said, legally. They're doing the right thing, but some just stayed past their visa, and they might have had children, might have got a family, got a house, they got a car, everything good going for them, but they're like, "Yo, you stayed past your visa. You ain't, you knew what was up, and you know what I mean." So they try. Some people are saying, "Yo, should they have leniency on those type of people?" You know what I mean?
Mm. Do you think they should have leniency?
Depending on the situation, yeah, man. If they didn't get arrested, they don't have any criminal record. They're not doing anything crazy. They're kind of adding on to the country. And if they're living a straight and narrow life, then yeah, I think they should have some type of leniency. Yes, because I
Yo,
probably wouldn't want to go
at
back
some
to my
point though, right?
country.
With all of this going on,
Right.
at some point the work field is gonna be interrupted because there's a lot of immigrants that do, for lack of better words, the crappy jobs that nobody really want to do.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So like, I don't know, us we're like too proud or too cocky to do some certain kind of work. Like we think some kind of work is beneath us. You know what I mean?
Right.
And,
Right.
and
Right.
I think that's gonna play, and it might be playing a part in it now, which is why we're paying freaking $10 for a carton of eggs and milk and
Wow.
and
Yeah.
whatnot. And
It's
Like,
funny you say that. I just brought some eggs. Maybe like 2 weeks ago. I got like one egg in my refrigerator right now that I haven't touched, but I have. I brought a dozen for $10. First time ever in my life, and probably the last time. I haven't ate no eggs. I'm not. I'm like I'm
hey,
not gonna
yo,
be.
was that you who posted Lucy eggs? Was that you? Did you post a post talk about people gonna start selling Lucy eggs?
Oh no, no, I didn't put a post like that, but it's funny because I seen someone on 149th Street and Third Avenue selling eggs, and you still got to be careful for that because if eggs is out too long, they get bad. So
Hmm.
I don't know how long you had these eggs. Like what's the deal? So
Is it a real? Is it a chicken egg?
and
Probably give me a New York City pigeon egg. It's crazy.
right now,
That's
look,
wild.
now check this out. If the eggs are bad, then that means the chickens are bad, right? The chickens might be sick. So, me myself, I fell back from eating eggs. I fell back. I like eggs. I like boiled eggs. I chop them up in my rice, but I kind of fell back from eating eggs right now because it's kind of suspect. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm. My wife is right here too, right, babe? That we got some chicken, and the chicken was like all connected. Oh man, yo, that was woo.
Wow.
On the chicken. It was like a chicken wing rope, like a rope with chicken wings.
Yeah, you was telling me. You was telling me. Wow. I know you was like, we're not eating that, babe. You
I
know what
was
I
like, I don't know about that. Hey, I get hungry enough. I'm eating it. Don't get me wrong.
mean?
I ain't going hungry.
Yeah. No.
Hey,
But yeah,
yo,
but
that is wild though.
you don't know what to eat nowadays because it's like you can't eat nothing now, man. They're saying everything is bad, and one of my favorite breads, man. They're like, yo, don't eat this, don't eat that. It's like, what can we eat, man?
The bread, you said bread?
Yeah, it was like some Arnold's wheat bread, and somebody was saying they got this in it, and I'm like, so now, to be honest with you, now I'm checking the ingredients of everything. I'm checking the ingredients of everything. Like if you Google the word and then they be like, well, this they use like I didn't know like in what's that a Vaseline they have that chemical in it that they use in gas, right? What's the name of that chemical? Starts with a P. Petroleum. Petroleum. That
Mm.
comes from gas. They use it in gas. So why would you put that on your face? But I know some people that say that it works good for them. So I
Mm.
always thought Vaseline was pretty good. So it's
Me
just
too. Me too. I thought that. Me too. I thought it was a safe product. But then I guess you got it. I guess we can't assume anything is safe these days. It's a whole different age, man.
right,
Things
right,
are being made completely different. They're not only being made different, but being cloned. Like
yeah,
it's just a clone of things. Like,
right.
and it's very unfortunate because it's even the major supermarkets are going through this. Like, it's wild. It's too much. I
What?
can't. Mm.
Right. You even got Whole Foods. You even got Whole Foods. They was brought by a different company. I forgot the name of that company, but they're even selling some things that's not all of that quote unquote good for us. So I think it's like the money. A lot of people just going for the money and look, they got clone weed, right? Clone marijuana, you know what I'm saying? Made in the lab. So you don't know. You just gotta it's just educate ourselves on these type of things. You
Or
know what I mean?
limit how much of the crap you're gonna put in your body.
I feel
Because
moderation, moderation.
there's no. It's like 90, almost 100% probably of the stuff that we're eating is doing us no good these days. So I think we just gotta just limit it a little bit.
I mean, look at the air. The air that we breathe in is crappy, right? The air that we breathe in, we always speak about this. It has microplastics in the air. So it's like you can't get around it too tough, but you could, like you said, you just kind of minimize it and stuff, man. But yeah.
Mm. Do you think that does the air feel different from when we was younger to now?
Yeah, big time, man. A lot of what they got these new cars, these electric cars, and they got these scooters. It's a bunch of scooters riding around. So that's more pollution, the cheap gas, all of that is crazy. It's funny. Hold on, give me a second.
Then everybody message getting helpful review what they say. Somebody said they calling ice on me. That was funny as hell. They're going to call ice on me. I had to put my phone down. Don't call ice on me.
Yeah, I can't find it right now. But last week I brought me a air purifier for
Mm,
for the crib.
those are good
So
to have, yo. That's a good thing to have,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. So we got to do things like that. It's around here somewhere because I had just unplugged it for a little while. But yeah, we
Damn,
just
that's crazy. He said I can't find my air.
yeah,
It got to
because
be somewhere, right, cuz?
yeah, I had to plug something up, something else real quick to see if it worked, and then I just put it somewhere. But yeah, we just have to do things like that and keep ourselves safe because this government is not going to do it. You know what I mean?
What's your stance? What's your stance on that?
What's that?
On global warming? That global warming conversation. Where you standing with this? Is some people say it's real global warming. It's not real.
Well,
What's your take on it? I
well,
think that
global,
we've been destroying the earth for so many years. Like I think it's like
right? And you know,
polluted. Like
it's crazy because when you think of the earth, right? They say that the earth is like a feminine element, right? So the earth, whatever you do to the earth, it's just going to react how it's going to react. And they say the quickest way to destroy us is to mess with the earth. That's
mm,
the quickest way to destroy yourself is by messing with the earth. So I feel like that's exactly what they don't have respect. You know, and it's so called in the Western world, they don't have respect for the earth. So if we're just peeing in the street, we're just doing all of these crappy things, the earth is just retaliating the way that the earth knows best. So it's kind of like we're fighting against ourselves when we do that. You know what I mean?
mm, mm. We're ruining it ourselves too, right? Like a lot of
Absolutely.
things. There's a lot of things that are contributing to these issues, though. I'm sure there's things that I'm not even aware of, and maybe you not. There's things going on that are messing it up or causing it harm rather than doing it any good. And I'm only familiar with a few, like the smoke,
Yeah.
pollution. The dirty waters, people throwing the trash in the waters and stuff like that. Like,
Right. We spoke about that before. Yeah.
mm, it's just, whoo, how much can it take before it just gives up? Like if it's supposed to be like a big electricity, a vibration. Like what
But
is it
you know,
gonna
they
take for the
use
vibration?
this is how the so-called powers that be is able to escape karma because they use us to do it. But they use us like we're doing it unconsciously. You understand what I mean? And they use us to do it. So that's how they're able to skip, quote unquote karma. So it's like
I need a little expand on that a little bit because you kind of got me a little lost.
okay, it's like this, right? Like you see in the project, some people throw Pampers out the window. We're peeing, we're urinating in the street. We're doing stuff like that. So we're kind of dumping on the earth also, but we're doing it like unconsciously. Like we don't think we're doing anything, but we're doing it. You understand? So
Mm,
it's kind of like Peter pays for Paul in a sense.
mm, okay,
Like,
okay.
how can we blame the government when we're doing it in our own community and we're throwing
Right.
trash on the floor?
We're
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 doing
we're
all
we're, we're partaking in it as well. So
right.
right.
We're not showing love to the trees and the trees and the plants. They take care of us. You understand what I'm saying? It's a known fact that plants can reduce stress. It lowers your stress rates, more blood flow, faster heart rate. This is why they have them in hospitals, psychiatric wards, places like this. So we're not really tapping into the elements. We're like shitting on the elements, right? But some
Mm,
of us might not be doing it knowingly. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I get it. I get it. It's like by accident, but not by accident. It's like, yo, we don't understand the effects what with our behavior is having on the earth. Mm.
No, actually,
But
yeah, that's a fact.
you
Yeah.
think that even if we were mindful and didn't do these things, you think we'll still be in the same predicament, or do you think that no, it's
Well, no, it'll be a lot better. It'll be a lot better because,
a
like,
lot
say for
better? You
instance,
say a lot better? It would be a lot better.
yeah, it'll be a lot better, right? Because say for instance, if we didn't eat so much meat, right, then machinery, right, it wouldn't need all the fuel, which causes pollution and all of this and that. So if we was to, tap into that and everything, so I think it would be a lot better.
Mm. So stop peeing
Better for
outside.
you,
Stop peeing outside. Stop throwing trash out. Stop throwing dirty diapers out the window. What
right?
else we got wrong with us, cuz? What
I
else we
mean,
doing wrong?
what they say, curb your pet, clean up after your pet.
Mm.
Because if I mean,
That's a
anyway,
good one. I like that. That's a good one because there's a lot of people that don't like to do that, cause they just let their dog just.
no, on my block in my neighborhood, like it's all over. You gotta kind of like you playing that game. I forgot that game when you like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mhm.
So
It's like a
and
horse barn.
and you take that into your house or your apartment and you inhale that. You know what I mean? So that does a lot of it does a lot of harm to you. You're
Mm.
inhaling that. And can you imagine if it's hot outside? And this is why they tell you to clean up after your pet. And in the city, they find you like $50, man. If they someone takes a picture of you, and you have some people they call them Karens or whatever, but they will take a picture of you
And
not
you going
cleaning up your
viral. You
pet,
going viral over some dog poop. That's crazy.
right?
Battle
On
boy, I see you.
video,
Bless up, Brody. Salute, Battle boy. I see you, my
had a
guy.
boy
Peace,
salute in
peace,
the
peace.
building. Right. They will take a picture of you and they will send it to the mayor's office. Just like, people hopping the train, you see it on the news, people taking those videos. They encourage people to do that. This is
Mm.
why you see those clips of the videos, and they encourage people. It's crazy, man. But
It's
yeah,
like, yo, we'll give you $10 if you tell on anybody.
yeah.
That's them
You
$50
email it,
fines is like, yo,
right? You
that's
email
wild
it
because yo,
to
like,
the mayor's office. Yeah.
it's like you don't want to be walking all over poop, man. I mean, it might be
No,
good
it's
luck. It might be
disgusting.
good luck, but it's also nasty.
And it also creates diseases, right? Because if you're
Mm.
inhaling this all day, and then say if you got a pet in the house, say if you got a child in the house, right? They pick this up and they put it and they put it, touch their mouth. So all of this creates diseases, fungus, viruses, and all of that. So it's definitely important to clean up after your pet. But
It's like
everyone,
microorganisms that we don't even see, bro.
right, right.
Like yo, it's wild because even you take a little like a wet Clorox wet wipey rag.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, and I just just in my house, like I was cleaning the doorknobs, cause
Right,
and you can just see how dirty they were. And it's not like I go a long time without even cleaning them. You know what I mean? Like
right.
I clean them very, very often. At least I think it's like you're wiping. It's like you can see all of that, but you don't see it when you're not cleaning it. You don't see it.
No, that's a fact. Yeah, I keep me some close by. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
that's
And
exactly what I'm talking about. Right, right, right.
you have to because with everything that's happening, and now the world is so populated, overpopulated. You breathe in the air of the next person. It's just what I mean, crazy. So we got to keep ourselves protected. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second, Kyle.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'm trying to find a video.
Should be
Did
good.
you see
Yeah.
that video
Do I
where the
order?
dude was rapping about the candy?
Say that again.
Now, hold on, let me see. I'm trying to find this video.
I should be keeping these shits wipe a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
things you touch with their hands and stuff like
that's
that. Like
important. That's important.
the doorknobs.
Right. And a lot of times, when we was younger, we didn't see or we didn't realize the importance of it. You know what I mean?
Yo, it's like when I was what really got me like OCD about it too, cause it's when I was younger, I
Mhm.
wasn't getting sick.
Right.
But these days I'm pushing 42, and it's like I'm getting sick every other month. So it's like
Right.
I don't know, my body is fighting off germs more regularly these days, so I'm more easy likely to get sick these days. So you got to be extra
Right.
cleansing more,
Yeah,
cleaning
'cause,
more.
you know,
Make sure you
our
washing
body
your
is
hands
different.
frequently.
You know, our body is different as we get older. Our body don't work like it used to. So,
Right. I'm feeling that. I'm experiencing it now. It's like, yo,
but it's also good that you exercise and you do things like that. So that I know that probably helps you out a lot. You know what I mean?
hmm it does. It got to be more frequent though, because if I go a while without doing it, then I be rusty, and I get sore. I could get sore easy. Rather than when you going at it every day, you could prevent
Yeah.
yourself from getting sore. Batter Boy's a fitness guy. He know all about that. You know
Oh,
when
absolutely.
when you don't, you can work out every day and it's like you don't even feel the pain or nothing like that. When you go like a month or two and you ain't done no push ups or no jogging in a month or two, when you do it, it's a wrap.
Yeah, you feel it. You feel it. That's why I try not to stay away from not working out too long. Because if you haven't worked out, I think it's like past 3 or 4 days, you kind of get used to it. So I always try to do something, some type of push ups, some type of dumbbells, or something every other day or something because you
Cause
don't want to
I
get
was
used to not doing it.
I was talking mad junk to my little boy, uh,
Yes.
to Rolex. I was talking junk to him about racing. I was like, he was trying to race me. I was like, bro, I'll smoke your boots, man. You don't. And for a couple days, because there was snow outside at the time, so we couldn't race. But I was
Right.
talking junk all week. Like I was like, yo, came day of the race, and I gave him a little head start. He beat me, yo. Mm, I lost. Not only
Right.
did I lose,
Took it
I
like a
was hurt.
man.
I was hurting for like 4 days. My
Okay, okay, you felt it, yeah. It's because it's an
full.
exercise. You moving your different elements of your body and everything. But Battle Boy said something that was significant. He said, "Take care of your body while you're young, and your body will take care of you as you age." And that's very important. That's true.
That is very, very. That is a fact. I will agree. Sometimes I get. Nah, I don't beat myself up, but sometimes it's like I know I could do better. I know I could take care of it better. Like
Right, right.
and
Yo,
it's
yo, did you
trying to
hear
find
this?
this momentum or this groove.
You heard me? Hold on. Do you hear me? Did you hear this?
You got that know they stay away from nutty buddies, cause that causes heart disease. Cosmic brownies, got red 40 is finna make your insides bleed. Zebra kiss house inflammation, strips your energy. Star crunch, call back cholesterol. You gotta be kidding me. First one's gonna put you in the hospital, and that's a fact. Fuck little David
Oh
trying
yeah,
to get
yeah,
a heart attack.
Oh,
You
yeah.
tossing fast from
yeah. I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that on your page too, right?
lying ruler.
But then you was buying little Debbie's too.
No, I brought some Twinkies, right? I brought some Twinkies, and when I heard what he said, I was like, you know what? I
It's a
ate I
wrap,
ate
right?
my
They ruined
Twinkies.
it. They
No, I ate
ruined
my
it.
Twinkies, but I just drunk a lot of water so I can clean it and flush it out of my body. But I was like, wow. So it's like it's a lot of information out there that we actually don't know. You know what I mean? We actually really don't know. This is why educating ourselves is so important.
Mm, mm. Food, man, it has a lot to do with the mood we put ourselves in. Like
Right.
I hear green food puts people in a good mood. I don't know how true that is. I'm not a food expert, but I hear that green food does something to the brain where it makes people feel good. I don't know
Well,
how
yeah.
true that is. Maybe you
But
could tell me.
it has an effect on you. It has an effect on you. Certain food has a positive effect on your DNA. Like certain foods you can eat that can turn on good DNA, and certain food can turn bad DNA on. So we got to
But
be
it's different
careful.
food. It's different food for different people, though, right? It's like not necessarily one food is gonna make three people feel the same way, right?
Right, like absolutely, like say for instance, you eat corn, right? Now you know corn is really extra hard to break down in your body. So if you eat corn, you're gonna get what they call the itis. or if you eat certain foods that you know what I mean that's not compatible with your DNA. Yeah,
Yo, it's you know what I think of. I like corn on the cob. I could eat corn
right.
on the cob, but corn in the can to me
Yeah.
is the nastiest thing in the world. I cannot eat no corn out of no can. It
Mm,
is. Ugh, ugh. I
right.
can't do corn in the can, yo. It gotta be the cob
Right. And a
when I
lot of
mess with
canned
it, and
food.
not all the time, just once in the blue.
Right. A lot of canned food has sodium too. They put that sodium in it, and they put those extra what they call solutions to keep the life form. So because it's on the shelf, so a lot of canned foods is really not good for us. You know what I mean? Even though we
Mm,
buy it,
mm.
a lot of canned foods is not good for us.
Right, right. I know. I believe that statement that a lot of canned food is not good for us. So why is it that like canned food is like the number one thing to like that people should save and stock up on for the times that when shit hit the fan, you know, like
Right.
why they pushing this? Damn, there really ain't no
Well,
other options though, right?
I mean, now say for instance, if you get like beans, like black beans, brown beans, like most stuff that's lighter is not good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like the darker stuff, like black beans, stuff like that. And then you take out the how like people squeeze out all of that juice, and then some
Mm,
people might put water in it. So I guess it's actually what you do with it too. You understand what I mean?
mm.
That's how
Fair
you do it.
enough.
You gotta survive. You gotta survive.
Fair enough. Fair enough. They got some things too that like I know you know about this. You probably could inform me a little more about it. But they got things that clean up water, like little like pill looking things that you could throw in like a dirty cup of water that would clean the
Okay.
water.
I
You
forgot
see
the
that it
name
became
of it.
common. It was very common in the military. They would walk
Right.
around with these capsules and get
Yes.
water and throw that in the water. But now you're seeing it like I'm seeing it like on videos all over the internet now with like people just scooping up
It
some
starts with
dirty
a
ass water,
C.
throwing the pill in it and making it crystal clear.
Right,
Like,
right. It starts with a C. It's a certain type of element that you can
mm.
put in the water. I've seen it before. You can buy it from Whole Foods and Lifetime.
Would you be able to still drink that water? Like if you scooped up the water and it was dirty, but you had the clean thing to clean it, would you still drink it if you
Would would
had
I
to?
would I drink it
Yeah,
if I?
would you drink?
Well, yeah, because it works as like a filter. It works as like a filter. Like I got a filter for my kitchen sink, and then I got a filter, and it takes out the metals or those negative elements that's inside of the water. Because a
Mm.
lot of times we'll run out faucet water, and you'll notice that the water have a certain smell to it or have a certain look to it. And some people, like especially older people, they might not smell it, or they
Damn,
might not even see
wild.
it.
That is wild. You say that, bro. That is wild, yo. Because
No,
that's how
yeah.
the shower will be feeling. The shower when you taking the shower, it feels like I'm smelling metal.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
It's like crazy. You can smell metal. Or mm. I remember being young and telling people, yo, I could smell the rain, and they used to think I was bugging. And now today, there's a lot of people that can smell the rain. You ain't the only one, battle boy. Mm. I don't think there's ever going to be a time where we do a video and we not going to hear sirens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Had some pasta cooking on the stove. I said, let me go get that. But
Pasta.
yeah,
Nah, every time we live, we can hear the ambulance or the cops go by or the fire department. Yo, it never fails.
right. Yeah, I don't know which one is that.
Anybody
Yeah,
that goes live from New York, you always hear that the fire truck, the cops, or the ambulance.
right. And I feel like, especially in the
Mm,
Bronx, you gotta hear that. There's so many buildings and it's a lot of fires and stuff happening. And they just had a recall on many different stoves. Like they were selling people, like especially people that go into these low income housing apartments. They're selling them they're giving them these defective stoves. And then when the fire does catch in the apartment, the paint is so cheap that the fire attaches right to the paint.
And
So
it makes it just spread so fast, right?
right,
Instead of keeping it like being a little more controlled, we're like, no, it's not spreading so fast. It's almost like just adding to the fire. Like, woo. There was
no,
something like
yeah,
that going on. There was something like that going on with
mhm,
furniture. I don't know if they ever changed it or not, but there was a time where because I guess like some sofas and mattresses are supposed to have a fire, like a
repellent, yeah,
chemical that fights fire that doesn't
mhm,
allow it to burn so fast.
right.
But I don't
No,
know if
no,
that still goes on, but there was it became like a law, a federal guideline and stuff like that, where a certain thing could not be made
right.
using this product. You couldn't use it. Whoa.
Right. So if they're selling it to like these companies and these programs, or they giving it because a lot of it they donate to people that just got their first apartment, and they probably not really really caring, not caring that much, but just like here or whatever. And this is what's happening with these apartments. So now
Mm,
they're doing a big recall on these stoves. You know what I mean? So some people gonna always think like, hey, was this a setup from the get go? Did these people know about this? But
right.
since they know
To
about
make
it
you think
now,
like, is it by design? Like, is it intentional?
mm,
Are they doing this on
okay,
purpose? Some still another form of population control. Okay, we know that eventually this stove is gonna blow up over here, so
right, right,
it's mm,
right. So, but now since they know about it, what are they gonna do about it? Now that you know about it,
mm,
you understand what I mean? Because they just had here in the Bronx, I forgot where we're at, but they just had on New Year's, or I think on New Year's Day, there was a Valentine, that New Year's, Valentine. It seemed like all of these holidays, people are cooking, and I walk through the window sometimes. How, like sometimes people don't have the shade on, and some of these people have so much stuff in their apartment that can add to it too. You know what I mean?
like especially flammable shit, right? Like cleaning
Yeah,
chemicals, cleaning supplies that could just
yeah. Some of these people, they're like hoarders, and they got so much stuff. I've walked past some
mm,
people's
mm,
apartment, and I'm like, wow, like stuff is like, you know what I mean? So. And you can't
mm,
really, some people they don't have money for storage. They just got their apartment. Why they gonna pay storage? They don't even got the storage is like what $100 a month. You know what I mean? So it's like that's an extra bill. So they
right.
probably keep everything in their apartment. They bike, their scooter, everything. They lap, everything. Their
Just
clothes.
hoarding everything, right? Hoarders, they call it hoarders.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, mm. Yeah, I don't like. I have a problem with cluster. I don't like to
Right.
be clustered to feel like I'm smushed or too many things around me. And I wasn't always like this because if years ago if you left it up to me, I'm keeping everything. Nope, don't throw that away. Nope, don't throw that away. Nope, don't throw that. But now it's like I want this space. I have a thing with though. I like older things, so it'd be kind of hard for
Mm.
me to part ways with
I know
older
what you
things.
mean. I know what you
They seem
mean.
to have sentimental value for me, whatever it is. Anything like
Yeah.
1950s and even older, even
Antique,
1960s,
antique
70s,
things. Yeah.
before my time. Before my time,
Hmm.
things that I might come
Right.
across is like, yo, let me sit on this.
I
Yeah,
know
let
what
me
you
get that.
mean. That's why I tell my son, like when I go shopping and I get like underwear, underclothes, t-shirts, and I tell him, I say, yo, wash your older ones and give them away. And he's like, why would I give them away? And I'm like, because you got new stuff. So it's like new energy. You give away the old energy, new energy. And then two, you won't be so cluttered. Now you can't even like close your dresser drawer because you got, what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm gonna buy you t-shirts and everything. You good. Get you about maybe about 10 t-shirts, 10 you good. So give them away. Maybe
Listen.
someone else can use it. You know what I mean?
And now there's always somebody out there that could use it, yo. Believe it or not, yo, there's some people out there that don't have nothing. You know what I mean? And
Nothing.
for many different reasons, not because they lazy and don't want to get a job. You know how many people? You know how many people every day lose everything, like
Right.
whether it's a fire, domestic
Oh yeah.
violence, natural disasters. Like there's so many different things that can happen that a person could go from having everything to having nothing in a split of a second like this.
Split second.
Mm. If you always in a predicament where you could always help somebody else, always do it. Always do it if you could. It's yeah. Don't
Right.
let yourself get taken advantage of, and don't be no doormat. But
Hmm.
at this age and at this time in our lives, like let's help make the world better. We got enough going on with the
Absolutely.
pollution and the crazy food they giving us and these
And everything
these
that's going
stoves they
on.
giving us
Right.
to cook this food in. It's so much destruction going on around us. It's like let's add on to the
Right.
uplifting. Let's add on to the
And show
rising of each
love. And
other,
show
like
love.
the
Right.
making other people feel good and like just helping, yo. Like I don't know, you shouldn't go every day. You should be able to at least help somebody in some
I
the
agree. I
smallest things,
totally
yo. The
agree with you.
smallest things mean so much to some people, yo. You'd
It can
be
make a
surprised the
big
difference.
difference. The small, like you said, the smallest things can make a big difference. Because I try to go out every day, and you see me, and I'm giving, and you see the smile on people's faces, and the difference that you can make. If I can
Mm,
give someone something where they don't have to go out and rob somebody or put their life in jeopardy, it's like you're doing the right thing deep down inside. You like, yo, I'm doing the right thing. You know what I'm
mm,
saying?
yo,
And
we're
and,
so
and that,
we're so
yeah,
used to it.
right.
We're so used to the not having or not caring that when someone is trying to help us or do
Mm,
something nice for us, we still on defense. Like, no, what do I got to do
right.
for this? What do you want from me? Like, I know you're not just doing this for me for no reason. Like,
Absolutely.
what's your intentions?
Absolutely.
Like,
Right.
and it sucks to have that mindset, yo.
Hmm. Right.
Mm.
And a lot of people think that they have to be rich to do, but you don't have to. You can just have something in the house that you're not using, and you could put it all together in a nice care package, and just give it to the local needy person that you see every day, a homeless person that you see every day. It's that simple, but some people in their mind they think, yo, I gotta be rich, I gotta have this. No, if you're not eating something, you're not using something, you could put it and hook the next person up. It could be whatever, you know what I mean?
That is true, man. That is true.
So I just
Always
try to
people out there.
encourage. I try to encourage people to do it more often. It could be whatever, you know what I'm saying. It could be a
Mm.
sandwich. It could be you can make some sandwiches and give them out. Just I think that would make things better. Encouraging
Mm.
people and everyone get together and let's do it. And it's good if you're with an organization, but you can just do it by yourself. I know a lady that used to go on the train and she used to give out like food and stuff. And I mean, she made chicken, plantanos, and all of that.
Mm.
And she was like, I don't want no donation. I'm not down with no organization. I just do this from my heart. And I was like, wow. And some people were like, no, you should make a cash app and all of this. And she's like, no, I'm good. I'm all right. And so yeah, I just encourage people, yo, just do it, man. If you
Yo,
got some
you know what's
shampoo, whatever.
a small well it's I'll say a small way, but it's really helping people in a big way, yo. You'd be surprised that a thing as just a conversation with
Mm,
someone can
right.
go the longest way. You could change somebody's life. You could save somebody's life with a conversation that they really needed to have or wanted to have with somebody. Just hear
Yeah.
them out or just to have dialogue to
Mm.
feel normal, so to speak. Like
Mm-hmm.
people feel
Mm-hmm.
so disconnected and so it's but just
Yeah.
the conversation is one of the most overlooked things that
Right.
go
Lending
with
that
helping
ear real
people.
quick.
It's just the conversation, having a conversation with somebody that may look like they going through it all. Just
Mm-hmm.
let them get some things off their chest or give them some
Right.
advice, and maybe they could give you some advice if you want it, if you feel like you need it. It's
Right. You got a lot of people, like you said, they can give you advice. They've been there. especially if they older, they lived that life, they've
Right.
been there. It's just a circumstance that they're going through right now. But
Mm,
some people might say, I'm a bum, I'm this, I'm that. But it's really just a circumstance. You're not the circumstance, but if you think like that, then you will carry that weight. So when I see homeless people, I treat them like they're regular people because they are. You know what
right,
I mean?
right. Some of my best interactions and conversations with people have been with people that I don't even know, like
Mm,
random people. And
right.
it's
That's great. That's
sometimes
great.
you see them one day, and you never see them again, but you never forget that
Hmm.
conversation y'all had, like to build the self, whether something was learned,
Mm,
something was taught, like like what you said, especially what
that's
you said
deep.
when they coming from an older generation, like that's those are the best people to interact with.
No, I agree with you. And like they
Yo,
say, God
wife
is
can tell
within
you
everything.
I love me the old people, cause and I'm gonna be that
Yes.
old person someday. I'm gonna be that old person someday. But I
Right.
dig and respect the older people that we still are lucky enough to have around. Because we're not
Yeah.
seeing too many 100-year-olds these days, cause or too
No,
many
not too
90-year
many.
olds these days,
Not too
like we
many.
once was.
APTV in the building.
My guy, peace,
Yes, yes.
APTV,
Yo,
bless up, bless up.
you know what's crazy? I knew that brother for many, many moons, right? And yo, he's such of a motivator, entrepreneur, brother. And I want to get him do an interview, or you could do an interview with him if y'all hook up. Yo, great brother, man, great brother. I think I was telling you he came up to New York and we busted up and everything. Good brother, and I've been following him for a minute, man. So y'all go over there and subscribe to APTV. You
Peace.
can put your link in the chat, one of your last shows or whatever, and he got a class. Oh,
I don't think I see anything he posts. I be sharing his stuff too on the fly, like
yes,
all the
yes.
time, like
Oh
support the
yeah.
dude. Beginning of the year, beginning of January, he took a little time off, a little like he went on a little break for a minute, but then
Okay.
he just getting back active now because he jumping 2 3 times a day. You could catch some things. I'm usually always around, like
Yeah, he
unless
said
I'm
y'all
on
gonna work
if I'm on
together
the road,
soon.
I might not be able to comment. But I'm like, if I see
Yeah.
live, I'm anybody that I'm if anybody's live, I'm usually always there. Sometimes I can comment, sometimes I can't.
Yeah, sometimes the notifications they be playing with the notifications, so I see a lot at the end. But he said y'all gonna work together, man. He said y'all gonna work together, and yeah, he said y'all keep
Yeah, nah,
motivating. Yeah, he
same
motivates
yo.
me. That brother motivates
I
me.
dig
He's
him.
doing his thing.
He always on something different too. Like he
Yes,
has no
yes.
there's no specific lane. It's like yo, let's turn on the camera and talk about whatever's
Let's
on the
get it
menu.
in.
This is
Yeah.
what I'm doing. Like yo, and it's
Mhm.
but always informative and great
Very,
perspective.
very.
Like people so used to being stuck on their ways,
Hmm.
we don't give ourselves a chance to look at things differently because we're
Yeah.
stuck on our own ways. So actually, I can say this now too while he's here. It's been a few times where like I've looked at things a certain way, but then I can hear his perspective and get an understanding of it. Like,
Absolutely.
oh, okay. So now I'm thinking about it that way. Like, yo, it's gave me a new perspective on whatever the topic he may have been talking about. So, I ain't see it that way, but you got a
Right.
great point. You got a great point.
Yes. I
Can't
love his
be mad at
intros. Love his intros. And remember, I think I was telling you about Capital Steez, right? Capital Steez has a
that.
song
That was
called
his name.
Free the Robots. Free the Robots. And what happens is a lot of us, we get like this robotic type of aura where we just get up in the morning, we just bumble. Like it's the same thing every day. So I like the brother APTV because he kind of breaks that barrier. You know what I'm saying? He breaks that aura. And like you said, you listen, you like, wow, okay, I
Mm.
like it. I like this perspective. Even if you didn't think like that, you kind of could dig it.
Yeah, nice. This is real talk, cause I'm like, really? I was like,
Mhm.
oh, but then he breaking down like he not just saying it. He's not just saying something just to say it. He breaking down why, like
Why?
why
Yes.
this is. this is why I think this is this way. Like I dig it. I respect it. It's just not. It's not nonsense. It's
Yes,
not gibberish.
absolutely.
It's not like yo.
Yeah, no,
It's
he's
like,
definitely
and he say things like how could I say this and I mean this the utmost respect. But he say things that people are scared to say or that people won't
hmm
say.
hmm
You know,
hmm
and I'm
I
one of those.
agree.
Sometimes I know how the social media is and how YouTube
hmm
is and how people could take things out of context. So
Yes.
I try to watch my words,
hmm
like or choose my words wisely, or don't want to get
Give me 1 second.
blackboard so to speak, or but now I gotta respect the people that put some truth out there, yo, for real. That ain't like I'm gonna say this and whatever come with it, come with it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. More than welcome to it. At some point in the future, you want to jump on a platform, or you can drop the link sometime. I'll jump on yours. We can chop it up anytime, bro. Anytime. But yeah, make sure y'all subscribe to Cosmology Base. Subscribe to just Eric.
Yes, yes. Thank
Mm,
you. And we just try to always bring those conversations that's going to inspire people, and be yourself. Be yourself, and we attract that energy. We attract that energy, and that's one of the brothers, APTV. I love his intros. I love his short. Sometimes he'd be on for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, oh man, I missed him. I didn't catch him, but I love his shows, man. I go back and I
right.
listen to him. Like you said, we share them and everything like that. Yeah.
I respect. I respect. It's like yo, and also though, it's important to have fun and not always
Oh,
be
thank
so
you, brother.
serious. Not
Yeah,
always be so serious. You know, people like it's okay to smile and have fun and be happy and
absolutely,
it's
absolutely. And be open to receive. A lot of people are so closed, but you open to receive. And once we get into the mind state where we're not taking too much things personal, right? And we kind of release that control that many of us have. We want to control people. You don't say this, don't say that. But once we realize we can only really control ourselves, it's like it kills the anxiety and it
right.
kills the pressure. It kills the pressure, and we're able to live life in that free state. So I try to tell people,
You can't right. You can't really control what nobody else do. You could
no,
control what you do though. So make sure you're
right,
doing what you got to do. I'm gonna definitely agree with that, yo.
absolutely. Like I got my son. Like I tell you, my son is 24, and I let him know, he has female friends, and I let him know, listen, you only can control yourself. A person's gonna do what they want to do, but like we were speaking earlier about, plants resembling human interaction, right? Like we take care what like my friend was telling me, she said, what if we was to take care of our relationships, or we had that approach the way we take care of plants?
Mm.
And I was like, what do you mean? Because at first I didn't understand her. I'm like, what do you mean plants? I'm not like, and she said, you see how you water a plant? You see the approach that you take? Certain plants are different, just like
Mm.
relationships. And some people try to go into every relationship the same when it's not really like that. You
Mm.
understand what I mean?
Right,
And
right.
some people need less attention. Some people need more attention, just like plants. Some need more light, less light, more water, different soil. So,
Mm.
you know what I mean? So, a lot of people
That's a
talk
good
about
point.
the papoose thing with Remy. And I always say that everyone deserves happiness. I think I heard you say that, or somebody else say that too. But I think everyone deserves happiness. And if she's happy with the guy Easy, then I'm kind of rooting for her. You know what I mean? If she is happy with him, you know what I mean? I'm rooting for her. And you know what I mean? But everybody deserves that. You know what I mean?
Definitely deserve happiness, yo. Definitely. Don't be in that. Don't be in this. Don't allow yourself to be in toxic relationships, man.
Right,
But at
right.
the same, like I was saying earlier, don't allow yourself to be in toxic relationships, but don't you be the toxic person in a relationship either. Be mindful of that too, because we could be. That's what I was trying to say earlier, Cause, from the
Okay.
beginning of the conversation we have. Like sometimes
Yeah.
we ourselves could be the toxic without even realizing it, because we just gotta be more mindful of that. I think I at least I'm trying to be like, yo, like,
No, that's a good point. That's a good point that you make because sometimes we're too selfish and don't know it. Sometimes we suffocate people. So in that aspect, we can be, what I mean, too negative and not even know it. We think that we're doing a good thing, but sometimes people don't need it, or sometimes they don't want it. It's just a communication. They're not communicating to you and telling you, so you really don't know that you're being negative in that sense.
mm,
You know what I mean?
fair enough,
That's why
fair enough.
communication is so important, bro. It's so important that we communicate with each other. You might have some friendships, right? You got some friendships where you don't speak to your friend maybe like weeks, right? And then when you do speak, it's like everything is good. But then you have some people in the same household that you don't speak to for one day and they bug out. So this is
Mm,
how you start able to break down, okay, this person needs this much attention, this person doesn't need this attention, maybe I'm giving this person too much attention. We start to learn this after a while. So when my friend was breaking down plants, it's like human relationships, and she started breaking it down to me, I was like, okay, I kind of understand what you're saying a little bit more now.
mm. You're making me understand a little more too. Well, a lot more.
Right. Because she said some plants don't need that much attention. She said, like, some plants you can go a week without feeding, without watering. And some plants you have to water every 2 days or every day. So I'm like, oh, wow, wow. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, that's some good information. Thank you. And you know what's funny? We always thought like she was the crazy plant lady, the crazy flower lady, but she was that gave me a different perspective how to think. You know what I mean?
Yo, there was so much gems that we were given as kids that
Yes.
even through my whole life, like these gems or these quotes that people always shared with me, it's like just understanding them today. I'm just
Mm,
understanding them today. Like,
damn.
oh, I remember somebody told me this when I was 10 years old, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
finally able to absorb what they meant. Like, what was the gem behind it? It's like, yo, mm,
Because you know why? Because you're at a different timing. And usually when people say, yo, you're in that timing, it kind of deals with the psychological aspect of yourself or the mental state. Like timing means you're in that type of mind state, and now you're ready. You're ready to absorb that. And you understand? You're in a different state now. So you can use that information in a good way or in a
mm.
better way.
And I get to share it with somebody.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
that's
Oh
what
yeah.
I did. It's like, yo,
You about to have a
it's like, yo,
grand too,
because it's
man. You
kind of
about to be a
difficult to share.
grandfather.
It's difficult to share something that you don't understand yourself. You
That's
know what I
true.
mean? It's like I'm pump faking information. I'm pump faking wisdom. It's like I don't
Right.
understand what it means, so you figure out what it means. I'm just telling you because somebody told
Mm.
me this when I was a kid. No, it's like I want to understand. I need
Right.
to understand what I'm sharing with you.
So I can better verbalize myself and better articulate myself, and we really get the vitamins out of this lesson. You know what I mean? The nutrients out of this.
Mm.
It's very
Anything else,
important.
cause? Anything else, bro?
Not really, man. Unless you got any questions. Anybody got any questions in the chat? But I think we pretty
I got a
much.
question. When's the next time I'm gonna see you?
Yo, every day, man. If you want to do
I'm
it, we
just
do it
fucking
every
with you,
day,
cause
bro. You already
nah, bro. You
know.
know what though? I'm gonna be real though. When I see you doing the family thing, bro, I
Yeah.
tend to I tend to fall back. I could fall back because I respect that time, and
Right.
and those times you can't replace those times. So sometimes it ain't all the times, but when I see you in that zone with the family, and it's like, yo, give
Right.
cause a
No,
little
no,
space, like,
thank
cause
you.
cause I know I'm that way. When
Yes,
I'm on
yes.
that family bag, I'm in that family bag, yo.
No, no, and thank you. I really appreciate that. And it's really it puts me in a good space too because like I said, I took my daughter and her mother out for St. Valentine's Day. I brought something for my son, my granddaughter, and his mother. So, it's all about family. It's all about family. And
Mhm.
that made them feel good. It put a smile on their face and it made them happy also. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this is what it's about. This is what it's about.
Mm. Respect,
APTV,
respect.
what's so funny, man? That's my bro. Yeah. Yo, when the next time you gonna be live, APTV? Thank you,
Right,
brother.
right.
Thank
He
you.
definitely is, yo. Like all the time.
It's
Like
funny.
and this isn't new either. Kai's been like this for forever,
Yeah,
forever, forever,
I,
forever. Yo,
I brought
like
I got two hats for it right here. You hear me? I got two hats for my little granddaughter, and I brought a ABC book. So I
I
gotta take this to my son. I told him I'll probably go out this Saturday, but that's what it's about, just doing and watering that plant. And we're gonna talk more about the plant and everything, but watering that plant, bro. Watering
it
that
all it
plant.
all it all comes back to watering the plant. This
That
whole dialogue, wherever how far we went, hey, it all come back to watering that plant,
Right.
yo.
And
Don't neglect don't
you
neglect the
do a
plant.
great job too. You know what I mean? You do a great job also. You know what I mean?
I appreciate you, bro. You already.
Absolutely, absolutely, man.
But your flowers AP, man.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
for tuning in, bro. Thank y'all for tuning in. Kaz, good
Appreciate
seeing
y'all.
you. Hopefully we could get another live on before 2026. Um, I'm
Of
just
course
having
we
fun,
are.
Kaz. I'm just having fun. You know, I'm just messing with you, bro.
No, I
But
know, I know.
hit me, get with me, Kaz. You already know the vibes, man. Thank you. I
All right,
appreciate your
definitely.
time and whatnot.
All
Nice
the time.
little hour here. Great build.
Yeah.
No plan, but it went well. Good show. I appreciate you, bro.
No, I really like this show. I really like it.
Mhm. It's
All
always
right.
dope when we chop it up, you know.
Okay, peace. Peace and love, brother.
Peace, peace. Yeah, there you have it. Salute AP. Smitty Rock came through. Battle Boy came through. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm not sure if Smitty's still going live or he planning to go live. Tap in with I was gonna say 9 to 5. It's a lot going on TV. If he go live, I'll probably jump on with him too. So just make sure y'all tapped in. Thank y'all. Subscribe to the next one. Y'all take care of yourselves. All right, peace.